Hello friends, it's Mrs. Blue and today I'm going to read to you a story called The Ugly Worm. This story was written by me, Pam Blue, and it was illustrated by my friend Aubrey Jones. This is a story that I made up to tell my grandchildren, and then I had it made into a book so that they could always read it and enjoy it. The Ugly Worm. Once upon a time, there was a little worm who was very ugly and smelled very, very bad. Because he was so very ugly and smelled so bad, the little worm had no friends. All of the other animals and bugs made fun of him and would not let him play with them. Every night the little worm would climb up in a tree and sleep all alone in a hole. One night when the little worm was sleeping in the hole in his tree, it started raining. It rained and it rained and it rained. It rained so much the water came all the way up to the little worm's hole, and he floated out on a big leaf. It finally quit raining, and the little worm floated all day on his leaf. The rocking of the leaf in the water made the little worm sleep. When the little worm finally woke up, most of the water was gone, and in the distance he could see beautiful colors in the sky. The leaf continued to float in the stream, taking the little worm right to the beautiful colors. The little worm sat on his leaf looking up at the beautiful colors. He had never seen anything so beautiful in his life. As he sat there, a butterfly flew over to him and landed on the leaf with him. The butterfly sat staring at the worm and finally said, "You are the most beautiful worm I have ever seen." The worm was very surprised and turned to look behind him to see the beautiful worm the butterfly was talking to. There was no worm behind him. The little worm asked the butterfly who she was talking to. She told him she was talking to him and that he was the most beautiful worm she had ever seen. He was as beautiful as the rainbow in the sky. The little worm was so surprised. He looked down in a water puddle at his reflection and was amazed at what he saw. The ugly little worm was no longer ugly. He was beautiful. And not only was he beautiful, he wasn't smelly anymore. The little worm realized he had never been ugly. He had just been dirty. He was smelly because he had never had a bath. Every day after that, the butterfly, all of the animals, and the bugs played with the little worm. He had so much fun and was never lonely again. Every night before going to sleep, the little worm would take a bath and wash off all of the dirt. He was never ugly or smelly again. The butterfly had a long talk with the little worm, the forest animals, and the bugs. She told them that sometimes we don't really know someone because we only look at them on the outside. She told them the most important part of someone was what was on the inside, because that is where our hearts are. We should never mistreat someone because of how they look. From that day on, the little worm, butterfly, Forest animals and bugs welcomed new friends to their forest and never mistreated anyone. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed hearing me read The Ugly Worm to you. Remember when you get back to school in August to take an AR test. And also remember to write this book down on your book log so that when you turn it in to Miss Welch, you can get a special prize. Thanks, friends, for listening, and I hope you all have a very happy summer.